Hey everybody, it's Caleb here from Tennessee. Today is day 13 of our 30-day challenge. It's been a long growth here, but today's topic kind of flips thing over a little bit because today's supposed to be an uncensored rant. I really don't have a whole lot to rant about. I more or less have thought about this all day, and I think I'm just going to vent on some things that I deal with that just kind of bug me, I guess, or tick me off in different ways because nobody can always just brush everything off. And I mean, I do because I hold a lot of stuff in. So when I go to vent, it can get harsh. Or when I get actually mad, if it builds up and I have bad blow ups, because I used to have anger issues a long time ago, bad ones. I mean, just random outbursts and people got hurt, and I feel bad about what I've done in my past, but I can't live there. So today's more about a vent to kind of get things off your chest, I guess, instead of just. I guess that would be another word for a rant. So here we go, the best I can. I want to start, I guess, with people judging me on my tattoos. I This is something that gets to me, but I try not to let it bother me so much because I understand the day of age we live in. It's starting to be a little more acceptable, but if you don't know me personally, by now, I mean, people, I'm covered in tattoos. I'm a tattoo artist, as you've heard in other video, and I I have a passion for it. I love the art. I love the fact of the story to it and the decoration. So when somebody judges me that I'm just a punk, or like when I walk into a store, and this is true story, this stuff has happened. I've walked into stores before and just get followed or eyeballed the whole time. And it's something that people don't won't come out and say because they don't want to talk to you about it, but you know what they're doing. Or you have those people, and out of all honesty, I went to church one day, and I always have felt you go to church for a certain reason, and it don't matter what you look like or dress like or whatever. So I go, and I did still kind of dress up. I mean, I wore my polo and I just had khaki shorts on. And because I was covered in tattoos, I got asked to cover my tattoos up. And I didn't think that was right whatsoever. So stuff like that's bugged me for a long time. I've actually stood up in the middle of a church revival because of a preacher preaching down on me for having tattoos. Uh, and I guess I was kind of harsh in that situation at the time because I did have anger issues then. And it was just bad because I felt like I was the only person in the church really that I knew that had tattoos. It was an old Southern Primitive Baptist church. And everybody just kept looking at me and it was like, "Are you listening to this? Are you listening to this?" Well, in the middle of it, when you asked if anybody else had anything to say, I had to stand up. And I used my anger and used it the wrong way. The preacher was a little more heavier set, so I preached back on him about being a glutton. So I guess maybe I handled it a little vocally, a little more harsh than I should have. So that's some stuff I've had to deal with that really it gets under my skin sometimes because I'm not a bad person. I'm very peaceful, outgoing, and I I mean, I'll help anybody. I'll take the shirt off my back to help anybody, and that's just the type of person I am. So that would be something I would have to rant on. There's no, I don't feel the need to cuss anybody out or anything over that. So the uncensored part on that kind of goes out the window. But other stuff I have to vent about. It's like uh, I've drove truck for several years now. Semis. I currently pull mobile homes uh, to different lots for sales lots, and a lot of it lately has been for hurricane relief and stuff. So things that get me as a truck driver, of course, I want to vent out every day, is just the fact of the people out on the road that continue to be inconsiderate of our people. I can't tell you how many times I've been in different places that people has almost caused me to wreck or hit them. And my job out on the road and the people I work with's job is to protect. We are to get the house to where it's going safely and protect everybody around us when doing so. But it's hard to do that when other people put themselves in danger. Now, if you're stupid enough to come off an on-ramp in front of a big truck on the interstate and then slow down or be behind them going down the road and slam your brakes to make a turn, I know this has been preached so many times, but trucks like that cannot stop. I wish there was something that would give regular drivers, everyday drivers, more common sense of stuff that the truck drivers have to deal with as far as having to go through stuff like that. I mean, there's days I get the middle finger because I pull a house and sometimes I have to block two lanes so I don't tear the house up on a bridge and stuff like that. So I deal with people's ignorance and then their own anger issues towards me for no reason. I mean, We thrive off of it, though. When we get middle fingers, we just kind of laugh it off, and we call it getting a gold star for the day. So I guess we kind of look at it in a positive way, but there's just so many people out there that are just ignorant to common sense of stuff that's going on. They're only worried about themselves. And as I was taught a long time ago, some people only drive at the hood of their car. You know, they don't pay attention to the people around them. They only think about from point A to point B. But another rant or vent I think I would have to do. And kindly, because I get put in this position every now and then, so I feel the need that I have to get it off my chest tonight. There's some cases, this is a touchy subject for me, that if you have kids with another person, it shouldn't come down to the parents, the way they are towards each other, to the way that kid. So, and I have to preach on this because I have made a video about it before because of personal stuff that I don't think it's appropriate to go into in this video because it's my rant. But I feel the need as if you can give a kid a better life, regardless if the result may seem harsher than what it is, it might be for the right reason. So I need to just wanted to touch base on that because there's a lot of people out there that will just bash, especially on me. I've went through this of getting hound down for maybe not doing the things that they think is right, but I just go off of what I feel is best for that kid. It isn't for me or anybody else. And I know how it was to grow up in a broken household with two different families and mom and dad split up and fighting for attention. For the longest time I was the youngest, and then I'm the middle child, and now it's just, I mean, so that brings me into another rant so I can keep this going. I feel, and it's kind of like I heard in a video probably like last week, it goes into family, and I'm going to love my family for them being my family. I care about them, and I'm going to have constant thoughts and prayers for them every day, and they're probably going to see this, but there's sometimes that you want to understand the reasons that you don't spend time with the people that you did care about as much, as because stuff change. You get older, you have families, or you got business going on and work going on, this going on, and then you don't spend as much time with them, so they constantly get on to you about not spending time with them, but they're just as capable of trying to get a hold of you and spending time with you. So it don't make sense to me to put out all my effort to spend time with somebody and never get a result back, or never get it in return. After a while, I get tired of giving and giving and giving and not somebody helping or even giving back or offering. So, and that subject gets hard with family because that's where it touched bases with me. And it's kind of a lot with family picking other people over you too sometimes, and just the way they talk to you. I mean, it's family. You love them, but you can't get along with them. And that's just how I feel with my family. I mean, we're ranting, so I'm being honest out here. I'm not that close with very many people in my family. I talk to them. I love them. I care about all of you all that have watched this and are watching. But I can't be close with them because every time I get close, it's like I get told and treated like I'm doing something wrong when I've done better than in my life than the road that I was on. Because I've not always been on the best path. I'm about to be 25 years old, and from the time that I was 16, 15 years old to the time I was 20, I was in the worst. I had bad drug habits, I had drinking habits, and I just would go out and get in trouble intentionally. I didn't care about life. I didn't have no want to have a better life. I just wanted to maintain and be able to do what Caleb wanted to do. And at the time, it was all the wrong decisions. Now, I'm a person that holds a lot in. Like I said before, I've had anger issues. I've had a lot of personal things happen to me because of it. And I apologize to the people I have hurt through it. And this video is supposed to be a rant to let go, but it's kind of an apologetic video for me too. So I want everybody to know, anybody that I've ever hurt through my problems, I deeply apologize. Anything I've caused anybody, I apologize. I'm a complete different person in my life at the point I am right now, and I'm not what I once was. So I guess my main part of everything I've talked about in this rant is judgment. Besides the small rant over the traffic and stuff with big trucks and people not being very considerate, but I guess this is more something I'm taking in from this challenge is to forgive people and learn from everything. And I forgive the ones that have hurt me. Now, if you've hurt me bad enough, I may forgive you, but I don't want you in my life. There may be a reason for that. But there's also those people I feel like I've hurt that I apologize to. If any of them watches or sees any of these videos, and I think that's something that we are supposed to get from these challenges is to learn more about ourselves and to open up. So yeah, that's the end of my rant for the night. This is probably my longest video I've made. I hope everybody's enjoyed it. Tomorrow is day 14. Today was kind of off for me. I'm sorry if the uncensored rant wasn't as good as everybody planned, but hey, stay tuned for tomorrow and you might like it better. See you guys later. Peace out.